Alright, hey there guys, it's Metro. And we have arrived. Trying to get this one in a little earlier, since we have some competition. Oh, what is this? Oh, did I actually upgrade that mission? Oh, wow, I did. I actually beat that mission, even though the mission table said I had no chance of doing it. That's interesting. I don't know what's going on with that. The old, Dreamweaver plus 4 trappers worked on that really. It was like a level 65 mission or something. So that's cool. We got an achievement. But anyway, we're back going to try to get literally our only goal. Obviously, you know, there's more to it than this, but our main goal here today is to try to get 3 keys completed. That's it. If that takes 5 hours, then we'll do it for 5 hours. If it takes 2 hours, then we'll do it for 2 hours. Well, we'll see. I mean, if it takes 3 keys and we're not even 2 hours into the stream, then yes, obviously we'll do more. But that would be nice to get 10 done after Tuesday, considering that was a wild ride that day. So let's see what else we got going on here on the table. Should probably have. I always forget to actually use these. Use them. Hey, Devo and Mr. Bruce, and welcome, my friends. What's so funny? What is that? Oh. I wonder how many achievements there actually are. Can you see this somewhere? You have to actually like go into the achievement thing and look. I guess. It's weird. See, there's just like some missions at the table. It's just like you won't ever beat this. It's like what? What's the point of this add-on then? I guarantee it. I can beat that mission. It just doesn't seem to understand how. I don't really get that part. Let's just do the same thing as we did before. The Trappers, Trappafella Records. See, I forgot these. Alright, anyway, hang on to those. But that's it. Let's get to it, I guess.
We stalk the moonless.
We have... Boom. Everything good. Looks like cool. Alright. Sign up. I don't think there's going to be many keys. It's particularly or even earlier than normal. Oh, Spire's 20. If not, we'll sign up to a 19. No problem. Just trying to get those last 3 keys that we need for 10 for the week. That'd be very satisfactory to do that. Oh, what else? There's probably something else. I feel like there was a bunch of stuff I needed to do before I started doing keys, but I don't remember why I felt that way. Doesn't seem like there is. 20 miss, 20 play call. Do anything. I'll do anything. Now that the trinket's been fixed, miss is going to be a lot harder for us. Back to its intended difficulty. Red Fox, what's up, Metro? Just watched that Spires video. You have the patience of a saint. Need more players like you. Somebody said that during the recording too. It's like, I don't know, that's pretty normal. Like, I mean, that's the more normal thing. Like, I don't know how many times you watch the keys on stream, but it's like, if I didn't have that level of patience, we would never be able to play. Like, I appreciate the compliment. I'm not trying to deflect the compliment, but it's like, unfortunately, that's just what you have to play the game nowadays. It's pretty unfortunate. Constant groups that just are either ridiculously bad or ridiculously selfish. One of the two. And that group managed to be a little both. It's got trees. Good. Finally a balanced druid. We haven't played a lot. How many druids have we played with this week? Not a lot, I don't think. Week 10. I've actually done a lot of keys this week. They're just all disbands. This is probably... Let's see how many keys we've actually done compared to other weeks. Yeah. We've entered 17 keys. That's the most we've done. That's more than we've done in most weeks. But of course, 10 of them have been disbands, so hard to count that. Alright. We got a rogue too, so we can actually skip the start. That'll be nice. Where the hell am I going? Wrong way. Wrong direction. So we'll end up having done at least 20 keys this week, which is the most I've done since week 1. Week 1 I did 22. Week 2 I did 38 because I was gearing, obviously. And then since that I haven't come anywhere close to 20. Well, come within a few of 20, but... That panic inspect to see if the druid is feral or bombkin. Yeah, there was a couple things I needed to see there. But yeah. He's in cat form, so you never know. I still never looked at druids. Let's see. Looks like we played with 4 druids total. So I guess this will be 5. Hopefully, I don't remember if we've had much success with them this week or not. It doesn't look like it because first key of the week was with one, and that was like an instant disband. Oh no, I remember that. That was the guy who was just like an actual idiot. Like he was just like, "This key's over, right?" And nobody was like willing to say anything, and he's like, "Ugh." And then like 2 minutes later, he was like, the key's over, right?" And like he just kept trying to want to leave, and he eventually did. And then the subsequent spires, that was later in the week. I don't know. Done halls 20 with Bombkin. Anyway. No problem. A little early. A little early. Trying to get this stream in here before that fucking MDI gets going. Anyway, morning, Dina, welcome, and the Enrage, welcome back. How are you? Good, how are you? I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Is it difficult to tank in this week? Yes, it is very difficult, Henry. Saving less for first boss, correct. Yes, that is correct. Let me get the recording stuff up. Okay, here we go. First key of the day. This has potential to backfire. This has major potential to backfire, but it's very, very good idea if you can do it. And we sap this one. Sap it? Nice. Good. Okay, so that's a good start. Good morning, good afternoon. Looking forward to seeing some more completions. Yeah, well, that's what we're looking forward to as well, so hopefully it'll happen. It's funny. When I stream in the afternoon, people say good morning, and when I stream in the morning, people say good afternoon. It's 5 p.m. over here. Oh, right, okay. I guess that's true. People are usually saying it with reference to their time zone, but if you're greeting someone, you should always greet them given their time zone. That's how I learned it, at least. It's afternoon in EU, correct. Did he paralyze? Paralyze? What? We didn't have a monk. He sapped it. Appropriately, he did what he was supposed to do.
Victor goes the anima. Claim your power, Maw Walkers.
So I guess we probably don't have any way to pull this extra one now, huh?
Pathetic creatures, worshipping sticks and leaves. Beware. Approach a powerful servant of the jailer.
You to actually like figure out why I was able to still pull something in that one. Spires. Shaman Elemental can pull it? Yeah, I guess he has Primal Elementals. Okay. Shaman can use Elemental, but it uses a CD. Yeah, that's a good point. But it doesn't matter. We're so far ahead of this split that, yeah, we might as well.
Take the beast's power. You will need it for the dangers ahead.
You can send your pet to pull the other one? No, you can't. You have to be able to control your pet. My pet just attacks when I'm attacking. Frost and Unholy cannot do that. The other thing is they seem to change this wall. It's like very, very big now. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Which parts of Mist can skip to save time? Which parts of Mist can skip to save time? I have a whole video on what I would recommend doing in Mist, so check it out. Just published it a couple of months ago. But you can't really skip anything. I mean, you have to pick and choose your skips in Mist because there's not a lot of places that they can be done. The main thing is skipping the start so you have good less timing. That's like the super important part. Can't even seemingly target him anymore. Wait, is he actually not targetable anymore? He's not there anymore. Oh no, he's right there. It doesn't seem like it works at all anymore, I don't know. Yo, Segway does a lot of fucking damage very quickly though. I keep trying to see because I swear I did that and I don't understand what happened here. Oh, it's only the rock elemental. Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need that.
Great evil lurks nearby. Expel it with haste.
I thought he had to send the fire or the storm elemental or something. Well, I will say we are on our way here to a good key. This is everything that we needed to do done right so far. We'll see what the maze looks like, but... Hey, Arthur, welcome.
Well fought.
This week is not suitable to pug, so no. Doesn't really have anything to do with pugging, unfortunately. Doesn't seem like there's much to ruin the key once the first boss is over. Yeah, I mean the maze is the big part. But the silly mistakes come at the start, and those are behind us now, hopefully.
You will do my bidding. Beware. I am your worst nightmare. Beware. Darkness surrounds me. You will do my bidding. I will break you into splinters. Obey me.
Are they trying to kill the boss? Hopefully not. I'm not gonna be able to do that. Just CDs are still up, I guess, so that's why the boss's health drops so heavily. Hey, just Gammon, what's up, buddy? Welcome. All right, that was pretty smooth. Quite smooth. A clean 2 phases total. No 2.5. None of that. Barely. It was like really under 2, honestly. First boss is key to know whether you can pug successfully. Yeah, shit. You can always pug. Let's stop using that word as a detractor. Oh, yeah, the trees are going over there as well. Interesting. My mob has not come through the wall all the way. Oh, he bought me, yeah, okay, good. Good.
Your way through the mist. Choose wisely.
Yeah, see, this is why this fucking affix sucks. You can't handle both at the same time. It's not possible. I can't drop necrotic stacks and be dealing with sanguine. It's just not possible. Very interesting. I'm gonna make a video on this for sure. Oh, nobody looked at where it went in?
No fooling you. No fooling you.
You are so tanky. Well, it's a pretty easy key to be fair. 20. Not really that difficult at this point. Way below where I'm trying to be, but it's not a lot of keys out right now, so. I heard someone say this affix combo was made by a jilted employee on his last day of being let go. No, that's not how decisions work in any company. But. Yeah, so you can't. This used to be a great time to pull extra, but even you can't even see them anymore. I know, but I thought it was funny. Gotcha. I don't really find stuff like that funny because it like creates this ignorance about the game where people think like it's made by incompetent people. And then it starts as like a meme, but the more it's said, the it's just actually fucking idiots out there who believe it. What's worse is the affix combo was made by a seemingly competent developer. There's nothing wrong with the affix combo. These affixes have been in the game for 7 years or whatever. I don't know how long it's been, but. The content is meant to be difficult, don't forget that. I think a lot of people forget that. It's not meant to be easy. There's a lot worse out there that they could have done that would make it a lot harder than this. It's just unfair is the issue. Necrotic is unfair. Any combo that makes people not play needs to be looked at. Unfortunately, that's no matter what they do, it's gonna always be that way. There's constantly discussions about affixes, and like you see people say like explosive needs to be looked at. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? what more can they do? Like what? I don't even know. Like, yeah, people just don't like difficulty in the game, so you can't really just go off that. Like, unfortunately, you cannot do that. Like, people don't play the game, then there's other reasons. It's not just because the fixes are bad, it's because people are bad. People don't want to be good, I guess, is the big thing. They'd rather just take the easy, and this is a problem with the score, so. The issue that needs to be looked at is the scoring system. Because if every week counted, you would be doing keys every week. Not taking weeks off. It's just a tough combo on tanks. Yep, it's very tough on tanks. Definitely the hardest combo on tanks for sure. Kyrian Spear is double-edged sword in this week. Oh yeah.
You did it! Good guess.
Necrotic is just the next stick people beat WoW with. Now that Tyrannical ain't the most hated affix. A 20 is supposed to be hard, and you're supposed to adapt. Correct. Yeah, I mean, you're right. That's a good way to say it. The next stick people beat WoW with. That's actually a really... Oh my god. That's actually a really good way to put it, because... yes, literally no matter what they do, there's always going to be an affix that people are like, no, you need to change this. It's like, okay, so what are we just going to be nerfing every single affix until they don't do anything anymore? Nah. Necrotic is unfair and they should adjust it, but that's it. That's the end of the story. Every other affix is fine. They need to make it so there's actual reasons to play on bad weeks. That's what they need to change. They don't need to change affixes, because there's always going to be bad weeks. It's all relative. Instead, they need to make it so there's actual reasons and incentives to play on weeks that people consider bad weeks. That would solve all the problems.
Hooray! You're almost there.
Okay, 13 minutes here. Wow, we were really doing well. But of course, we only have 47% count, so that's a little scary. Explosive is really easy, but they spawn off mobs spawned by a boss. That seems unfair also. It's not. They have like fucking double-digit health. They could spawn as long as they're in range of you. They are perfectly killable. People just need to pay attention. Explosive is like one of the easiest affixes in the game now. Is it true Mage Tower might come back? No, it's just a rumor currently. Nothing confirmed yet. I have not seen Necrotic on the MDI so far. Oh, really? That was Necrotic last time I remember watching the MDI that was there. Or maybe that was the Great Push, because I don't usually watch the MDI. I don't know. Not a big fan of the MDI, I'll tell you what. People still telling 25s this week, like every week. Last I checked, 11th top key was a Blood Decay. It's a rough combo, but it's doable. Yep. It's actually a very easy week for most groups, to be honest. Most groups that have a Bear Druid, like, they don't even really have too much issues this week. Well, he casted Bloodlust like a second late. That's not good. Or second early. They had Necrotic in the Group B finals. There you go. And still, that's so crazy, man. Despite everything we did right, we still managed to only end up having 2 lusts in this dungeon. It's so fucking insane how bad that... Like, it's kind of crazy. We've set up the entire strategy to make sure it didn't happen, and we still fuck it up. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. It's like it's some inevitability. You're always going to have 2 lusts here.
One of us is much like the other. You! I want to play with you!
So beware. Uh-oh. Tight little shot there.
Beware.
Can't dodge this. Wow. A special gift just for us.
This guy's only 22:39 as well. Wow.
That was fun.
He's about to get his. He's already done 20 missed though with him.
Let's do it again.
It's hard to know, like, if these people are like low score because they don't ever do keys on some weeks, or if they're actually just getting into it for the first time. It's like you could have like all 22s done, but if you have a bunch of 18s done on the other side, it's not really gonna.
This doesn't look
It's not really gonna look very good
It doesn't look right.
on your overall score.
The Mars dark magic coalesces here.
Nice cap totem there. Oh yeah. Good nose. We need a lot of trash though. I think the play is going right here out of the gate. Unfortunately, this is probably the one dungeon where we really didn't actually need trees. Like, the one that probably helps the least. Unfortunately. If we had a necrotic wake, we'd have been satisfied. I think it's just go 2 packs on the right side and then go back to the
The
left.
creature is
Yeah.
slain.
Probably get the anima power, huh?
Claim its power as your own.
Smart. And then there's gonna be like 3 packs of bugs too that were flying dudes that we need to get. Oh shit, what the fuck? I didn't even see that. Fuck, man. I didn't even see that. If Echo invite you joining their team, whether you will accept. I will not accept. Some weird things being said today. Okay, well, good thing for Rock Alley, good. It's actually one of 2 deaths. What was the other death? Surprised that Rogue dies there. The game could redo with some reiteration on threat, I think, honestly. It's kind of crazy how many people don't seem to understand how it works. Did that really pull 1 mob? Are you fucking serious? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have to have another look at how we do this, count-wise. It doesn't matter, we can go under count if we have to, and then just get it later. I was gonna say, we haven't gotten a lot of bops. I think it's only happened like twice. Okay, good. Drop that. Drop stacks. The other problem about kiting so much is like I can't generate any resources, so when I'm not kiting again, it's like, oh man, I'm starting over basically. It's like the pack starting again. Alright. See, this mob is not slowable, so I can't kite. Bit of an issue. Have to rely on the blink. And then I come back into the pack and immediately get a bunch of hard melees. I don't know if we're gonna upgrade this though. Yeah, this is like actually not gonna be an upgrade. This took us like a minute and a half to kill that one pack. Yeah, not gonna be an upgrade. Rock Ellie is so valuable though. This is actually probably like the best possible comp for this week. Besides Blood DK. Yeah, no chance to upgrade this, unfortunately. Well, we'll do boss first. Hopefully we'll actually lust on it. We did. What does the rogue bring that is good for this week? Tricks and skips. Rogue is always good. That was a nice thing about Season 4 BFA, at least, that you could skip anything you wanted without a rogue, but with those days behind us, then yeah, obviously we need rogues for the harder trash. That's crazy though. No upgrade here. This week is very difficult for timing keys as well, it seems.
I can predict your
We're really not doing a lot of the easy stuff well though. We did all the hard stuff very well, which is funny. We just went through this in the raid, but
I can predict your every move.
that's not what this mechanic should look like. Let's put it that way. Should not be covering the entire area of the boss. Part of that is because I didn't dodge the initial ones.
Your actions are
But at least we finished it.
such exquisite.
Let's try it. Over here. Oh, Miss, did your trinket work? Nope. I didn't really try it because I know it doesn't work anywhere else. It no longer does damage to your target, so that's over. Cool. Got it done at least. That's all that matters right now. Surprised. I'm very shocked. Very shocked. Okay, let's add that to the list. 9/11. Oh yeah. September 11th. Forgot all about it. 20 years ago? Is that right? Wasn't it 2001 this happened? I think it was 20 years ago. Mists 20 completion. And that was with a Holy Paladin. We had Rogue, Shaman, and Druid. Yeah, very good comp for that at least. The perfect comp. Still didn't get it. Any obvious reason why you did not time it? No, I couldn't. I don't honestly know. I mean, I guess I was a little shaky on the route, and it's a lot harder to combine those packs now that I don't have the trinket, which I did rely on last time I did that, but we just didn't kill things fast. Like, it was actually like, sanguine, I guess. But I'm telling you, like, the thing that sucks about this week is that, like, you're constantly worried about basic shit on trash. It's like, that's so fucking slow to be doing that. Having, okay, like, I have to run away, and now the pack's gonna follow me, and you guys are gonna struggle to keep up with it, and now it's gonna move out of all the AoEs. Okay, we got that sorted. Now what? Oh, now there's a red fucking puddle under the ground, under the boss, that's under the mobs, that's healing them. Now we have to move it again. You know what I mean? It's like, it's actually interesting. How long do you play WoW? How long have I played WoW? Is that your question? If so, I've played WoW since the day it came out. On and off in the beginning, but I've played pretty much, I say this all the time, I've played weekly for about 15 years. I would say daily, but that's a tall task. Obviously, there's been a lot of days I haven't played WoW at all, but... Oh yeah, let's go turn that quest in. I knew I forgot something. Alright, anyway, 21 Plague Ball. Sign up. I already have a 21 Plague Fall, actually, don't I? Oh, no. 21 Necrotic Wake, that's what I was thinking of. Plague Fall should be very easy. I think actually Plague Fall might be the easiest dungeon right now. You got invited. New to Horde, any communities you would recommend joining? No, I don't really engage with the communities feature. Join a guild. Find a guild that you're interested in being a part of. This is going to be very useful next season because we're going to be able to buy Targeted items. This is gonna be good. Or next patch. Next patch is just gonna all of a sudden go from like alts being like tough to play to like, wow, you can literally play any alt at any level. It's gonna be very interesting. What level does that actually? What level does that gear start at? It's pretty low. I think it's like only 200. Is it 200? Can't remember. That's the Ardenweald.
I listen to the wind.
Aren't they supposed to port me there or something?
Night embrace you.
Anyway, I want to say goodnight because our country is in midnight. I see. Yeah, 200. Yeah, that's pretty low, I guess. Good start though. Full 200 gear on everything. Not bad. I mean, I'm here scoffing at 200 because I'm 50 item levels higher, but a month and a half, or like more like 3 months ago, I would have been very satisfied with that gear. Has it ever piqued your interest to check your keys and see if a certain comp has more success or less success? That's why I keep the spreadsheet, yeah. So we can do all that kind of thing. Nobody ever does it, but I would hope that people would do it. Are you finding this week the hardest so far this season? No, even though I've had so many problems this week, I would still say it's not the hardest week. Raging Fortified week was the hardest week for sure. And that is more for the group than for me. Darius, thank you for the subscription. But yeah, that is more for the
Tell me what you need, my friend.
the rest of the group. I don't really have that much trouble on Raging Fortified, to be honest. I mean, there was a couple packs that were really bad, but if I had another crack at it, I don't think it would be very difficult. It was overwhelmingly difficult at times, but now that by the end, I remember thinking like, ah, this is actually not bad. But yeah, this week there's just not a lot you can do as a tank. So like I was just saying, like it's a very complicated week, but if you handle it, you know, again, if you're just a bear, I guess is really the ultimate thing. But if you handle it well, the affix does nothing else. That's it, right? Necrotic does nothing else other than make the tank's life difficult. So Blizzard is banking on the fact that it's so difficult, it's going to impact the key, you know? And at times it just doesn't. Like, even in that mist, there was times when it just didn't, you know what I'm saying? Sanguine, actually, is probably the harder affix for the week. Groups are rough this week. And it's not groups, though, that's what I'm saying. It's just the tanking situation. The problem is, everybody has these unrealistic expectations that they're going to get carried, so... In terms of what I can do as a tank, it's a lot more limited.
Can I lighten that coin purse up for you?
Things are a lot more limited.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Sanguine and Halls of Atonement are worse this week, you think? Halls is actually extremely easy, if you ask me. That's probably the easiest key, honestly. That and Plaguefall are both very easy. Halls is very easy because there's like no space requirements. Like everything is super easy to move around. The necrotic situation is very manageable. And that timer's super lenient now too, so. Everything that's difficult about Hall's trash is all optional. Like you can pull it all very small if you wanted to at times, so. Most keys, that's not the case. The hard part is usually not. It's like hard no matter what you did about it. Like a Necrotic Wake, right? Necrotic Wake, there's nothing you can do about that. It has nothing to do with how I'm pulling the dungeon. Like 90% of the difficulty of the trash in there is not optional. You have to get through it. For Sanguine, is it better to just kite in a line or do a zigzag? Doesn't matter. Just make sure the mobs are not standing in Sanguine, but I'm actually going to release a video. I'm going to put that video out tomorrow on my thoughts about Sanguine, because it's actually very interesting. I do think this is probably the most... This is like the most intelligently complicated affix combo the game's ever had, I think. And I'll give you my thoughts on why in that video, because I think it's actually very interesting. I don't know how much thought they put into it, but it's very interesting. They made a very unique affix combo. It just sucks that it's all in the tank, and that people are so quick to blame the tank for mistakes.
What do you seek? May you
This is playful, right? It only says 21. I assume he's right about that. A lot of people to choose from. I don't know what he's looking for. What do we have? Warrior. Dead fucking pick yet again, man. I really don't understand why people fight warriors. It's like so stupid. Like, what are you doing? You could pick any of these fucking people who are all like, a lot of them are very qualified, and you pick the warrior. Brings fucking nothing. Literally zero to the key. You just have a dead slot in your key every single time you invite a warrior. They don't help with any affix, like none, right? Zero affixes. They don't have any unique utility. They can't CC the mobs on the boss. Like, you know, they can't help with the first boss. They're not fucking Necrolord. Why the fuck would you take a warrior? Which just doesn't even make sense. The worst possible pick. I mean, honestly, a rep paladin would be better. Nobody plays rep. It's really strange. They root mobs in Sanguine? Yeah, I guess the fucking Spear of Bastion keeps the mobs in the Sanguine, right? Yeah. Do they have a reputation of being high damage dealers? Maybe. No, no. Not in my, not in my experience. They're like middle of the pack in terms of melee, and they're definitely not anywhere near top. You know, certainly like monks, druids, mages, Ellie shaman. All of these are way higher, right? Probably even rogue. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to see. We haven't seen a lot of good rogues recently, but Sign does really well. Hey there, Metro. How's the keys been treating you today? Well, we've only done one, but we did complete it, so that's good. What do you think of arcane mages? The few times I have had one in queue, they've been extremely good. Oh, really? Yeah, that's just bad sample size. There's certainly bad arcane mages out there. Arcane is not a great pick, in my opinion, but it is powerful right now. So I don't mind seeing it. The problem with arcane is that it actually requires mana, so most people are... I guess it's like relatively mana efficient nowadays, but in the past it used to not be that way. In BFA, it had to like stop and drink constantly, and the dude would be like, "Wait for mana." I'm like, "Are you fucking clueless? 0% chance I'm gonna wait for a DPSer's mana." You know what I mean? But that doesn't seem to happen anymore, I guess. So I don't know. I can't believe that. I want to believe that you are lying. What? I had an arcane mage last week that always used Evocate to regen mana during quacking. It didn't work very well. Ooh. True, if they are Chiron, they don't seem to have any mana problems. Pretty nice for inspiring weeks as well. Oh yeah. Ever considered doing a VOD review? Yes, 100%. We've done many of them, and it's technically a Patreon perk. So, but if you really want me to do it, and you don't have money or anything like that, I will happily do it. Just send it to me on Discord. Even I must admit, I always liked Arcane this most of mage specs. I quite like it too, actually. I just did a naked Arcane Mage leveling challenge. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on the channel. It was very fun. Arcane as a Night Elf with the new Night Elf customizations. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Looks like Queen Ajar herself. Unbelievably good looking. With Aluneth. Oh, it's so good. We already have a Bombkin. I don't know what he's looking for. I have no idea, but this is our last chance for a competitive key this week, so let's get it done. I'll wait. I don't mind. I don't know what he's looking for though, honestly. We could probably use a rogue, to be fair. Drop this fucking warrior and get a rogue. Having a skip is so nice. Not having to waste invis pot and then potentially wipe if it fails. You think they're gonna change ally and horde for rating and mythic plus? Change? What do you mean? You think they're gonna allow cross faction play? Is that your question? They will eventually, yes. But when? Who knows? I feel like Arcane and Nightborn are the best match. Yeah, they are, for sure. Well, I don't know. Now, with the new customization, I will agree. Nightborn I don't really like right now. But yeah, definitely, obviously. It's good for Horde, but I wouldn't play Alliance in that challenge. I leveled that character because I knew how much money you were going to make. Like, I don't know when the last time you guys leveled a character 1 to 50 was, but you make a ton of fucking money now. And I needed money on that realm, so I was like, I might as well just level a character. I got like 10k just from leveling the character. And that's the good thing about playing naked is every single thing you get, you vendor. So, vendoring every single item. This would be awesome. What would be? What are you talking about? Cross faction for dungeons, right? Yeah, I mean, if they eventually will do it for sure, but has the group leader fallen asleep? I'm gonna ask him. Anything higher 16 on ally side is rare, really? I don't know about that part. Looking for something specific? Isn't that a... There's something like that in the game. What is it? I don't actually know. Oh yeah, we don't have lust. I see. Sounds like a goblin line. It does sound like one of those. Yes, I think it's a quote from an auctioneer. Yeah, maybe. Well, there's a guy there, no? I just don't really know what we're doing. Yeah, I do. So we have another CC. Oh.
Hello. Would you care to explain the hate for feral? I just think ya LL mad you can't be cats.
How dove is cat? What's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. The hate for feral is that it is not Bombkin, and that is a big issue. Bombkin is extremely good, and feral is not. Now, feral is very good damage-wise right now, at least, though. I don't know about in keys, but they're one of the top single target specs in the game. Problem, so is balance. Alright, very good. We have 5 players now. Let's hope we get more than 5 minutes into the key. Are feral quite hard to play? I have heard that it's like spinning plates, keeping the dots up. Oh, really? I've never played feral myself, but I know in like Wrath of the Lich King.
Sorry about that, Metro. She's just upset she can't re-roll to a different spec in real life cause you know, she is suck as a cat.
What the fuck? Hey, I totally get that, man. No problem, Covered Over. Don't worry about that, buddy. God, that was quite meta. What to say? Good work on that. That was a unique donation. Haven't had something that unique in a long time. When Kitty gets swipe. But anyway, yeah. Cat in like Wrath was like the hardest spec in the game by a mile. But nowadays I think that's probably Windwalker, honestly. I don't know. Maybe not. But feral is definitely one of the hardest specs to play, sure. Alright. Let's see how this goes. 21 Plague Fall. We crushed it yesterday, and we actually fucked up the route. So we will not fuck up the route today. And we will hopefully crush it as well. Yes.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, here we go. I haven't done a lot of 21. I think we've only done one this week. Great. It was great success, though. Plague Fall should be another one. Should be pretty easy.
So, the house
Pretty
of
straightforward,
Ice
at least. I
finally
don't know about
sent
easy,
someone
but
to kill me. You're welcome.
straightforward.
The horrors will make quick work of you.
And one last donation for the road. I like hearing the text-to-speech lady speak. 4JJJJKKKMMOOOMNNJHJ.
Well, thanks a lot, buddy. Invis failed. What? let's just kill it, I guess. How does invis fail? I don't understand. Ah, Kobdo, there you are. I don't think she was going to say each letter out like that. I thought it was just going to be one word. Okay, good luck. I'm being distracting. Nah, no problem. Thanks a lot. Very generous of you to do that. Always glad to see him. He did invis belts, so yeah. I see. Well, that's fine, I guess. Not the way you want to start the dungeon, though. Unfortunately, we didn't get to pull like we wanted to there. Yeah, probably don't stand in Sanguine while you're getting that. Can I get pop? Don't understand, man. It is good. It doesn't have to share a CD, but making you glow yellow for 10 seconds means you can't invis. I see. Yeah, I don't know. I would never use that, I don't think. Probably only use that if my invis pot was on CD. Doesn't seem worth it. Does it last the same amount of time as regular invis? No, 12 seconds. Oh, that's not anywhere close to enough time to make that skip. I barely make the skip with what we have. And that's with me having the stag form, moving 50% faster. Hey, AS, welcome. Sorry, 14 seconds. Oh, well, either way. NG and Invis looks so much better, making your character transparent like a chameleon. Oh, okay, that sounds... Yeah, actually. You've swayed me. I'm now going engineering. I like chameleons. Invis pot is 18. Yeah, 18 is actually really important. In mob challenge modes, back in the day, the 15-second Invis pots would actually wipe you. Like, if you didn't have the 18 seconds at times, it was like, oh, we can't actually even do this skip. And we do have a dispel, so that's good. I think you have to know which skips you can easily make. The hall skip is easily done with NG Bell. Yeah, that's true. Good way to look at it. I was thinking about battle resin there. I don't know if it was the right idea. Might have died though if the healer didn't get up, so yeah, I guess it was the right idea. This week really sucks. It's definitely a rough week, but I feel like now that I've gotten in a little bit of a rhythm, it's not so bad. Why are you damaging this mob, man? These people are like actually fucking clueless. Every pack, the tank has to run away, little girl, like a child. So yeah, not every pack, but it is quite common.
Intruders, you will be devoured whole. Stay away! Do not interfere! The slime protects me.
I don't appreciate Blizzard forcing me to run away. Gotcha. I'll take it up with them. I can do nothing for you, son. It's the first time I've actually seen that work. Kill no slimes and still kill boss. That's interesting. I tried this on 20 Plaguefall earlier. I find it a bit hard. What's going on here?
Taste of what the plague can do. Once I control it, all of Maldraxxus will pay.
I find it a bit hard doing some bigger pulls, and when I run away, pugs are complaining that I don't kite. Gotcha. Well, I don't know what to say. This, you're talking about this dungeon specifically? This is actually probably the easiest dungeon this week. I'm not sure which one would be easier than this, honestly. Yeah, this fucking spell, man. Warrior is such a great class. I love having them. Do they say you're kiting at the wrong time? Yeah, I don't really know. I wouldn't worry about that kind of oh, great. My stacks just reset. Should need me to take this battle res. Invis skip prior to first boss is to get to easier trash, aside from the Fungomancers. Yeah, it's definitely more efficient count-wise to do that, yeah. I had a hunter earlier. He complained that I didn't kite him in a circle in his wild spirits. Just ignore people like that. They're idiots. Part of tanking in pugs is you gonna know when other people are idiots. It sounds dumb, but it's actually the truth. Your survival is more important than his DPS. Yeah, unfortunately, that's part of why the week is so difficult. Yeah. Okay, so I think we'll skip Sogan on here. Okay. Well, that's awful. Make sure we interrupt these mobs. And we pulled more stuff. Cool. When I got over 30 necrotic stacks, I run away no matter if I have aggro or not. My survival comes first as a tank. Yep. That's why the week is so difficult. Well, now we could skip the 2 on the left one way or the other. I'll just skip Sogan on as well. Not the end of the world. Great week for Monk's Ring of Peace? Yes, so much more better than a fucking... So much better than a warrior, right? I just cut him around the red patch that heals him. Totally great for DPS. It's like having a training dummy. That's true. The mob will never die, so you can maximize your rotation. It's a good point, actually. If people die to aggro, that's not my problem. Alright. This is not your blog, but I'm glad that you have all these opinions. Okay, so we're going to skip. I used Typhoon instead of Vortex this week on my Druid tank. Gotcha.
You approach a powerful servant of the jailer.
Unleash the blade borders.
Oh, that's not good. That was unfortunate timing there, I'll tell you what. Gonna happen again. I don't know why we're not. Don't know why this is happening like this.
I will dissect you myself.
happen here, it doesn't look like. Well, we've got one kill at least. Alright, we're gonna skip. Come back and we'll do the trash with the boss.
Demonstrate my research.
A great evil lurks nearby. Expel it with haste.
There goes all our right arms. A lot of small deaths in this that are probably 19 minutes here. You know, won't be upgrading this, I don't think, but a lot of small deaths here that really fucked us. It's kind of crazy, actually.
Well fought. Now claim its power as your own.
Had a lever for my 19 key last night because the mage thought I was going too slow. Gotcha. Sorry to hear that. Pretty common though, unfortunately. Okay, where's the boss? Yeah, this is kind of pointless with saying when it feels like.
Next procedure will be a real blowout.
Beware.
Now to test this slime on you. An infusion of aggression suits you nicely.
Just barely gonna kill that. Wow.
Now to test this slime on you.
It's like people don't understand necrotic. Oh, really? Yeah, that's probably actually the case. Like I said, most DPS are just getting carried every week. Like they don't actually do any mechanics. After Echelon, I'll admit that I think I did too much kiting, but I was at low health practically every auto attack. Yeah, the problem is, what I've seen to be a problem this week is the healer doesn't like fucking heal. Like, after necrotic stacks build up, you gotta drop stacks, but he never returns to healing, it seems like. I constantly have no stacks and I'm at like 10% health and he's still not healing me. It's like, what are you doing? Somebody's gotta heal. I think I'm going to play Enhanced Xiaomi more, okay? It is fun, to be honest. Enhanced is such a cool spec right now. I love it. I'm gonna finish the 2 leveling challenges I'm working on now. I'm gonna start Enhance.
Beware.
An infusion of aggression should do
Beware.
nicely.
Alright.
What this needs is some flesh. Consume.
This is just a really, like, everything that we could do. We haven't done any major issues wrong, but it's like we constantly are making all kinds of small mistakes. I need more rotation practice. My DPS is poor. I see. Sorry to hear that. I only probably did like 10k DPS, but wasn't really healing me. I see.
An infusion of aggression should do
Beware.
nicely.
I really don't even know what we're doing in this game at this point. Just doing a bunch of weird shit. Please stop wasting battle reses. Please stop fucking battle resing people in the boss at 1% health. I think the problem is that only 10% of the game knows how tanking Mythic Plus works. 10%, huh? Well, certainly I agree in the long term of that agreement or argument.
Victorious.
Most people do not understand or what's important in it.
What vile
The entirety.
mixtures now course through your veins. That is the plague's true power. It lingers, festers, destroys everything it touches, even the victor.
Now somehow we didn't actually have the sanguine common issue. 10% would imply that you get a group mate who knows what they're doing every other group. I mean, it's not right, obviously, because 5 players, you know what I mean? One's a tank, so that's not how that works. I actually include myself and assume I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. Well, fair enough.
The Mars dark magic coalesces here.
Correct, not
Move it
been
at the
so
source.
foolish. Had you reached out and seized the plague, the House of Eyes would still stand. I will correct his mistake. All will suffer, as the House of Eyes has suffered.
I love that guy just standing on top of the other DPS with that mechanic. Literally, like, struggling to dodge all the shit in the ground, and he's just standing there auto-attacking the fucking mini-boss.
The creature is slain. Now, claim its power as your own.
feel like I'm just not actually receiving healing from this guy. I don't know. Is he stacked? So that's it. I assume I could release, yeah. No crazy disband yet today. Nope. Looks like that's a yes. Nobody says anything about that. Police coming for you. Loving the typos. Volcanic thing's knocking it up in the air a few times there. Great. Just rooted in the sanguine. Sweet. Alright. Boss time.
You will not stop me. A single scratch is all it will take.
Yeah, this is an interesting key though. It basically had no major mistake. Even still, right now. 15 deaths worth of minor mistakes. Very interesting. Very rare to happen, I'd imagine. I guess it's rare enough that people are actually doing the key after that many minor mistakes too. That certainly is part of it.
I will slay you where you stand. My blades will rend your flesh. I will slay you where you stand.
I get charged back into the group with the stun.
My blades will
fine.
rend your flesh.
Thank God they nerfed this boss with necrotic though. This was actually like impossible. I don't know how you were supposed to do this with necrotic.
Your demise comes from the shadows. A single scratch is all it will take. I will slay you where you stand. Vengeance will be mine.
Who trespasses upon the house of plays? Who seeks that which cannot be controlled? If you so desire this power, then come
We don't have a necrolord, right?
and let it claim.
Don't think so. So no reason to go get the.
Welcome. We've been expecting you.
Is that guy serious? You're gonna stop and fight 2 mobs?
Minions, time to feed.
Jesus, got 1 shot there. Didn't expect that. Really sucks being a melee in WoW. Moment you get aggro, you're instantly dead. That's why you gotta watch aggro. That's why I said what I said about earlier in the key. It's like they need to revitalize threat being an issue in this game. They need to do something about it because it's crazy how many people don't realize that they died to threat or that they don't realize that they're gonna have threat. It's like how can you do that and think that that is my fault? You know what I mean? Like it's clearly not. We should not be fighting that mob alone. Like, are you fucking retarded? And the only reason that you would think that is because you don't understand what threat is in this game. You think like as soon as we pull it, I will always have threat 100% of the time, and that's obviously not the case. At least at range, you got time to react to aggro, right? Yeah, and it used to throw me off to have to scramble to pull it back. Yeah, it still does. I mean, probably like 50% of my mistakes are because of threat, honestly. It can take a second to get threat as a bear tank. Can be fun to see who all gets necrotic stacks in the meantime. Gotcha. Now I get it back, but when I can, focus on what I need to do. Now I get it back when I can, but focus on what I need to do. Right, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, what you need to do is have threats. So it's very, like I said, man, tanking is the worst. Like, it's really, at times, it's so bad. because everybody in your group is against you. Like, you're supposed to be the person that is making their lives possible, and they're against you. Like, they're actually fighting you at every turn, and they don't even realize it a lot of times. That shit there where that guy fucking pulls threat and then blames me, he's fucking the boss. Like, he's making the whole dungeon harder. He's making everything harder by doing that. Like, you've made everybody's job harder by doing that, and all you need to do is be aware that you have threat. That's it. That's the only thing that you need to do, and you didn't do it. People will assume tanks should make no single mistake. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand that a lot of the mistakes made in dungeons are avoidable. And they're not doing anything to try to avoid them. They're just hoping they get carried. They're hoping that they can make the mistakes they're making and not have to worry about them. Do people not know when they're about to rip aggro? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if they do or don't, but it happens so fucking often that you have to imagine they don't. And then they get mouthy about it. Aggro, question mark? It's like, no. Do you not know that? Do you really think I'm going to have threat on 2 mobs when I'm running to the next 9 mobs that we're pulling? No, I don't have aggro, dude. Don't fucking die to threat. Just run past the mob like everyone else. Didn't actually aggro the boss. That's surprising. Surprised by that. What are you doing, buddy? God, he barely made it over here. Went the complete wrong direction. I mean, as arms warrior, you can always pop parry and be immune. Yeah, he's arms. Yeah, good call. God, there's just so many buttons. I'm pressing so many buttons. I'm like all lost about the buttons. Using control is just not good for me. I don't. Very difficult for me. My friend in his arms, he pops Kyrian's spear with die by the sword every time. Why? Not a good idea. Okay, we finished the dungeon at least. At least we finished it. Anyway, everyone in the group is against you. I really support your opinion. Yeah, I mean, it's not really an opinion, unfortunately. I had this happen in 23 halls. I was pulling the mobs on a big pole, and the bombkin aggroed all the trash before it was grouped up and blamed me for it. Damn. I think it's just easy to deflect blame on the tank, and some people are just so insecure about making mistakes they have to blame someone else. Right. Aggro issue? Well, you don't want to just use it if you don't need it. It's a huge waste. He put me on ignore as well because he was so mad he died to aggro. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Okay, anyway, let's add that to the list. Halls 20. No, what the fuck? That wasn't even Halls. Plague Fall 21. We were talking about Halls. Okay, completion. And we had Paladin. Hunter, Warrior.
Metro, what do you think is the best healer for Mythic Plus? Blood Death Knight.
I think. Yeah, Duffy, thanks for renewing. The bot account that spams your channel just spammed MEI chat and got insta-banned. Nice. That's funny. Yeah, that's probably what should happen. The good thing is if you ban them the second they appear, then they don't pop. They spam 7 messages. DK Tank has aggro issues in 9.1 and 9.0. and 9.1, Blizzard buffed DK Tank's damage about 8%, which makes it better, but sometimes it still happens. Yes, happens all the time. Doesn't even matter, though, what tank you are. I mean, there's going to be times where threat matters, regardless, so. Okay, I am going to run to the bathroom real quick, I think. All we need is one more key, and I'll be good for the week. I'd like to do a 20 and not a 21, but... And I guess we still have a chance to actually upgrade the key. It's just feels like this week's over in my eyes. We'll sign up. I gotta run to the bathroom though. Be right back. Yeah, DK's damage is definitely the lowest of all the tanks, but okay, Sanguine would be nice. I don't think have we actually done Sanguine this week? It's not as bad as it sounds. Obviously, Sanguine itself sucks, but
The necrotic in there isn't too bad, I don't think. Tight spaces for the puddles? Yeah, it's not too big of a deal, but yeah, there'll be a couple. You do dungeons every day? No, not every day. Just when I stream. Well, I guess we could sign up to this. See what happens. I don't think it's gonna go well, but maybe. We don't have a very good comp. Probably worst possible comp, honestly. I don't have a single class that could help me survive. Maybe Frost Mage? I don't know. Mage in general. Can't pull the Lieutenant now anymore, so I don't know how that's gonna work out.
What is your quarry?
That's a shame. That was actually probably that's that and the Hall's extra gargoyle. Those are gonna be the ones that actually help or hurt the most. You wouldn't mind doing dungeons with your viewers? I don't really do that, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't enjoy doing low keys. So, I mean, if you have like a 20 or something, then yeah, we'll do it. But I'm not particularly interested in doing 15s and stuff. I'd rather teach you to get better at the game than than carry you. But technically, it's all a Patreon perk. But nobody ever. I don't think there's been probably like 5 people in the last 5 years who have ever actually tried to claim it. So I don't know. I expected it to be more popular with how many people buy keys anymore.
Punches, lucky doos and rope.
You are nothing. I answer a higher call. You're of the Black Storm. Honor me with your presence.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, here we go. Let's see what happens. Hopefully last key.
Yet another of the
I don't know what that means.
loyal servants. Have you come here to be slaughtered as well? The Dark Lord laughed at you. This temple was merely the first to fall. Soon, all of Bastion will burn.
Oh, a Disc Priest. Haven't seen a lot of Disc Priests. Mages going fire again. Yeah, we've seen a lot of fire mages recently.
It is over. Finished.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm literally sitting there at 10% health, and the guy won't fucking heal me. I don't understand. This has been happening a lot this week. Like, I'm still not fucking being healed. I don't understand. Oh my god, man. It's just really brutal.
My lord will be the end of you all.
The fuck is the healer even doing? I don't know, man. Not healing, I know that. This has been the whole week, and this is actually probably one of the most frustrating parts of the week, honestly. Disband now, move on from this. Guy doesn't have a keybind for Shadow Mend, apparently. I don't know. No heals. He's trolling. Gotcha. Yeah, you see? Jumps to me at the last second and refreshes stacks. It's definitely the worst dungeon for this affix set. Whether it's the hardest dungeon, I don't know, because obviously the dungeon's very easy regardless, but... Okay, I'm not pulling until this guy heals me full. Thank you.
One of the more ruthless Marsworn draws close. Be ready.
We didn't actually do the Goliath, so that's actually works out. Rare to see. That was why like pulling the lieutenant with the trinket was so important, because people would always accidentally aggro. There's got to be another way to aggro it.
Goes the anima. Claim your power, Marwalkers. Stitch flesh will be irked to know.
Yeah, this pack is harder than it looks. Lots of melee in this pack. You need to be a little bit concerned with that.
Take your limbs as repayment.
We're getting it. That was the smoothest pull so far, yeah, no doubt. Gonna die of that bleed probably though. Oh.
The Dark Lord laughs at me.
No flame, please. Instant classic, yeah. It's funny. I think I'm going to start every Mythic Plus run with it from now on. That might not go over so well, but it would be funny. Some of these mobs are still alive. Odd.
Face me, necromancer.
It's Sogadon here? Okay, I think we'll just skip Sogadon.
Be avenged.
Are you so eager to share your
Last spot does a lot of damage, but not that much.
Your vaunted courage will be your doom. Your temple lies in ruins.
Sanguine training dummies.
Brethren are butchered. You have already lost.
Vile monster.
Hey Metro, is there a dungeon you hate this expansion? No, not at all.
Your days are done.
Healer is Kyron, why not one Clea and use File on you? Because, well, I don't know about this healer, but... Probably because Mechanicos is better.
The Dark Lord laughs at you.
Nothing is better than File on tank this week. Yeah, but a lot of people's builds require Mechanicos, so. Necrotic is fun and interactive. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it is interactive, but... interacting with the floor. Anyway, I mean, it's nice to have Divine Toll more often, but I'll take Living over more Divine Toll. Well, if you're the tank, then yeah, I could see it, but... The problem is that doesn't even really work very well on a healer that's not a Holy Paladin, because if you're at full health, you can't use the spell, so... It's not that easy to use. I wouldn't expect anybody other than a Holy Pally to consider using it. I mean, it's nice to have them. Okay with it. I thought Necro plus Fortified should never occur. Oh, yeah. Soon you will have expected to swap to Kyrian on these weeks. Bittersweet about that. Yeah, I'm not going to be excited about that. But I actually am excited about that at the same time because I was just the same guy. I just do it. Do it again. Run it back. Probably won't invite me now, though. Anyway, we got to add that to the list before I forget. Necrotic Wake. 20. Disband. Dick's Priest. Which is part of the issue. And we got Demon Hunter. Warlock. Mage. Excited to swap on my Shaman. They look all kinds of good for them. Nice, yeah, it's Shaman's cool right now for sure. Necrotic Wake's got to be one of the worst week. Oh, I think it is, yeah. It's definitely the dungeon that's the most affected for sure. Whether it's the hardest, I don't know, because obviously it starts at such an easy state that it's hard to believe it's the hardest after that, but it's definitely the dungeon that's the most affected. 100%. Halls would be very easy too. I did get 1 point this week. Good enough for me. I think I got like 3 or 4 points, but yeah. Second highest key done this week is the Necrotic 26 with the Blood Decay. Nice. As a tank, Halls is my nemesis. Something always goes wrong. Really? Yeah, Halls has been like the dungeon that I found the easiest. Like they changed it and it's... They like made the timer easier and it's like actually super unneeded. Like God. The timer wasn't that tight in the first place, so that was definitely the dungeon that needed it the least. Had a 2400 bear die in the first pull and a Necrotic Wake 12. What the hell? Well, I mean, if the pack lives too long and he pulls too big, then there's not much he can do. Timer is not tight, but somebody always butt pulls at the wrong time. I mean, that's... I don't believe you, unfortunately. If you're letting somebody always butt pull, then stop pulling that way. That should never happen. If you've seen it more than once in like any amount of keys, then it's something you're doing wrong. You need to adjust how you're pulling. Anyway, on DK, on Warrior, in 22 halls, Fortified Wicked Bolts, I cry. Especially on that Raging Week, that was nasty. Gotcha. 9.15, switch to Kyrian, summon Stewart, switch to Preferred Covenant, enjoy file for any content. Yeah, I wonder how they're going to handle that, because that's actually how it works right now. It's a conjured item, so as long as you don't log out, you could use the the vial. Rephrase to had a 2400 bear tank die because he was also the highest DPS. Yeah, that's believable. Halls of Atonement combine all Prot Warriors' weaknesses into one place. So yeah, interesting. I don't really know for sure, but those mobs are interruptible. We talk about this so often, it's strange. Interruptible mobs do not scare me, but I guess it's easy for me to say as Blood DK. Wrong route? Something's wrong. If you're saying that people are constantly accidentally aggroing trash that you do not intend to aggro, then you're doing something wrong. You're putting yourself in a position where that can happen. It's not going to happen that often. I mean, I'm going to do this whole route and there's not a single mob in the dungeon that somebody could accidentally aggro. I honestly, I can't think of a single one. So I don't know what's happening with your play out, but I'm not sure of a single one that could happen on, honestly. Let's like actually look at the whole route. Balls. Just kidding, we're not doing the dungeon, forget it. Yeah, just go ahead and look back at how, if you want to take a look at on the spreadsheet, you can see all the different times I ran halls. I would really recommend approaching it that way because it's, especially on Tyrannical weeks, a very, very, very easy key. Like, it's the easiest key in the dungeon for tanking, I feel like, or in the slough for tanking. I don't think there's an easier one. And the reason that is because there's so many easily combined packs. There's like not a lot of dungeons that you can do that on in this expansion, and that is one of them. So you definitely really want to try to capitalize on dungeons where you can do it. It'd be like talking about butt pulls and freehold, you know what I mean? It's like the trash should be so easily combined that that should never occur.
Where do we strike?
Anyway, back to Necrotic Wake. One more go. Just looking for one more completion, and then we're gonna probably be done for the day. This has been a very tough week. I'm actually impressed with myself. It sounds dumb to say, but I'm actually impressed with myself that I'm able to still find interest in doing this week, because in the past Necrotic weeks that were this unfun were really, I just had no motivation, but it's actually been somewhat fun. Some funny things have happened, I guess, is really what's helped. Alright, so we got... Hopefully we'll get something that actually helps me, but I doubt that's going to happen. I guess Ellie Shaman. Hopefully we'll have Rock Ellie. I did 4 dungeons on all my tanks and raid log this week. Gotcha. Yeah, don't blame you. Oh, this is another group that's just falling apart? Man, what is the fuck is going on here? Okay, let's find a group that will actually start the key.
This area is in disarray. Luckily, we have many stewards at our disposal to address any problem we may have. Please see that order is
This world
restored.
quest. Probably my favorite world quest in Shadowlands.
Our purpose is clear.
I wish there was more stuff like that, where you just kind of do like small activities that don't actually involve combat.
We will not.
I feel like a requires Chiron Aura will always be applied to file at some point, but if not, then we can at least bring 3 files as Ventir. They're definitely not going to let you do that. Yeah, I promise you that. So it's not like that now, though, is the thing. Like, if you swapped from Chiron to Necrolord, you'd still have 3 charges of the file. So I don't think they're gonna have to find a way to prevent that, but they will not. They will definitely do it one way or the other. They will not allow you to do that. That would be ridiculous. They don't work after you swap? You sure? I've never done it myself, but I've had people tell me they do, so. Maybe at one point they did, and then they don't now. I don't know. You still keep them, though. I know that because I have them in my inventory on my, I had them in my inventory when I was testing it out on the PTR. I went back knife A and I still had 3 and they don't work. So what is there some kind of, does it say something about it not working? I think it says something like you are not Kyrian. I see. You were right about saying Winged Upstow had some cataclysmic multi-wipe fiestas in there. It's still timed every single one. Gotcha. Yeah, it's actually funny because I just watched Jix and some guildies do it the other night, and they had the exact same situation I had early in the season where we actually wiped twice to the Invis pot, to the skip. They basically did the same thing. They wiped. It was actually a funny reason they wiped, though. There was a discussion about whether or not you could sap the mob on the left to make the skip easier, and I wasn't sure if you could either. But Sign tried to do it at Jix's behest, I guess, and it not only didn't work, but it broke stealth. So the mobs aggroed, and then they obviously wiped. But they had a shaman healer, and he tried to onk. And even though it looked like he was safe, like he was on the other side of that little hallway, like the bridge area, he onked and it aggroed anyway. I was like, holy shit. So they wiped twice to that. Same thing that happened to us, actually. And then they still did it. Somebody stealthed through and res, and they moved on and upgraded the key. I was like, wow, man. Dungeon is pretty nuts. Little too lenient, maybe, but... Can the shaman literally res 4 times in a row, or is there a buffer? The shaman? What? If you're talking about battle res, then yeah, you can only use so many battle reses. There's a charge system now in Mythic Plus. It used to just be the same type of CD that it existed everywhere, but now there's a charge system. And you build up charges, 1 charge every 10 minutes, I believe it is. So if you have the ability to battle res and you have 4 charges up, then yes, you can res 4 people. We've actually had that. I've actually had that happen. It's on the last boss of Plaguefall in here, actually. We had a catastrophe where everybody dies, and I was the only person alive, and I battle resed 4 people, and we finished the boss.
One of the more ruthless Marsworn draws close. Be ready.
That's probably gonna aggro. A little risky doing it like this, but you would hope that we'd be good with necrotic. Doesn't seem like we're gonna be though. Okay. Barely. One good thing about necrotic, though, you always tell when somebody's got threat because they have stacks of necrotic, which looks quite funny on a DPS, to be honest. Oh wow, that's brutal. Does one of these mobs have a damaging aura that breaks stealth? Unsure. Somehow managed to not pull that one over there. That is a lot of slimy morsels there, Jesus. It's actually impressive that we did this well with keeping them CC'd. That's an encouraging sign for the boss. We don't even need to CC the hard CC them, we'll just kite them the whole time. They're actually gonna, some of them are gonna die. I guess people are just killing them is what's going on. Mage fucking patting on them. And no rune weapon though, this is gonna be a tough pull without rune weapon. We also have no, okay, so we're not gonna pull all of it. We also have no dispel, so this is actually gonna be a very tough pull. Dungeon in general is gonna be very tough. Don't where's people? Guess we needed to there though, because there's no way that person was getting back. Well, he's a mage, so that's not true. Actually, what we'll do is we'll just come back for that plague rock. Okay, it's the same fucking shit again, man. What is this guy doing? Just like running around, not attacking anything.
Intruders, you will be devoured whole.
And I'm the only person standing in this. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. Do people really not know this? I guess they actually don't know this, yeah. At least we have a Necrolord. Ah, banish. Excellent. I'm gonna say, unfortunately, we tanked him really close, so I don't think we'll be able to stay in it now. What the fuck? The blink sent me the wrong way. Actually don't know this. DPS don't actually know this. It's crazy.
That was a mere taste of what the plague can do. Once I control
People
it,
think like, huh, I wonder why this tank is running the mobs 150 yards backwards. There must be no reason at all. The funny thing is when I have like 20 stacks in necrotic and I still heal myself like crazy with Death Strike, that means I took a lot of damage, or means I have very little health. And unfortunately, this is not gonna work. 6 stacks of this debuff. Okay, it's gone. People doing a 20 don't know about this? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Just carry it all day. Pretty wild. That guy who said that is 2400 as well. He's done 10 20s in time. I thought it was my pet for a second, but that was his pet. You think the Shambler Legendary will replace Super Strain? What? The Unholy one? No. Super Strain at least gives you something more than damage. That Legendary would have to do like probably twice as much damage as Super Strain for it to be considered. Apparently it's like super fucky as well. Like it, sometimes the mob spawns and just doesn't do anything. I actually tried using it on the beta. It was quite interesting. But yeah, a lot of times it seems like it doesn't work, I guess. I haven't tried to use it in a long time. But if it was good, people would be using it. You can guarantee that. That is the one true thing about this game. No matter what is happening in it, people will always be over worried about DPS.
Beware.
Wonderful.
You approach a powerful
More
servant
test
of the jailer.
subjects. Unleash the blade border.
Nine stacks of that disease. Yep. I got 10. Very dangerous. Hit again. It hits hard if I remember right. Yeah, it hits hard, but not that hard. I don't know why this keeps happening. I've never had this happen once. Now all of a sudden it's happening every time. I don't know if you played League, but one of the champions' immune is to turn to a pool of blood and avoid all harmful effects. Yes, yeah, the vampire dude, right? Musing about ways to make blood DK more cool looking. Yeah, it'd be interesting, but tanks with immunities, I don't really think that should be a thing in the game. Not the biggest fan of that, honestly. Even though Prop Pally does get so much benefit out of it. Okay, well, there's no way we're gonna hit these mobs. Maybe, though. It's taking them a very long time to... Okay, yeah, we have 2 DKs, right? Yeah. That's good, at least. We got a few of them killed. Group not trying to stun tentacles. It's not even about, like, it literally, the second it picks me up is when they're blowing up. So I don't know if it's just bad luck or what, but probably just bad luck. Check the guy that changes how your blink works in the Covenant area. Make sure it's set how you like it. Alright.
A great evil lurks nearby. Expel it with haste.
You can stun during the case, won't recast again. Yeah, anyway. Just don't know how that timing's happening regardless. I'm not talking about them failing to stun, I'm just talking about why the timing's lining up like that. Probably just bad luck. I've been 2 dungeons in a row though, so it made me think something was wrong.
Well fought. Now claim its power as your own.
You cannot comprehend
Oh,
my
what?
genius.
Alright, well that's not good. You gonna reset or what? What the fuck is going on here? How far do you have to go from to reset? Unfortunate. My blob's just back there, that's fine honestly. They won't stand in the red pile anyway. They have to. Not optional this time.
You cannot comprehend my genius.
Alright, see you guys later.
Now to test this slime on you.
Just better reset the boss, yeah. My bad, correct. You got it by front. Oh, bad call there. My fault, actually. I thought the release would be here. Ah, well, see you guys later. Yeah. Good Saturday to all. Welcome, Craig. Your summons not work anymore? Just went lost.
You cannot comprehend my genius.
Oh, that's another depleted key. Hopefully we can finish this one and move on from this week.
This slime on you. The next procedure will be a
Summon the right one, please. Yeah, again, we summoned in Plague Paul with Warlock Portal and nobody got a summon, so I don't know what's going on. There must be something wrong with it. Just had the exact same thing just happened again. Hey Metro, how's today going? Hey Andrew, what's up? Not great, but trying to get our last key completed here. Hopefully we'll get it. Oh, it's banished. I'm like, why am I not getting stacks? Good or bad runs today? Bad, yeah. But all runs are gonna be bad this week, pretty much. Surprised we got anything done at all this week, honestly.
It's time this experiment has an explosive result.
That looks so funny, that Warlock gate over there.
An infusion of aggression should do nicely.
That thing's really out there. Okay. Are we gonna not kill this? What the fuck? Yeah, we're gonna not kill this. And then the guy grips the mob back. Cool.
An infusion of aggression should do nicely.
Can we banish it? The other one's still banished, yeah. Alright, well, this is gonna take 10 minutes to finish.
Now to test this slime on you.
You got dead, of course. The person who could banish is dead. What actually happens if that erupts? Just does damage. Doesn't even do a lot of damage. It's weird.
An infusion of aggression suits you nicely.
Oh, I have 22 stacks in necrotic. Yeah, that's not good. That one's actually dead, so that's good. Makes our life a lot easier.
Test this slime on you. I nearly had it.
So you emerge victorious, but at what cost? What vile mixtures now course through your veins? That is the plague's true power. It lingers, festers, destroys everything it touches, even the victor.
The Mars dark magic coalesces here. Remove it at the
Had not been
source.
so foolish, had he reached out and seized the plague, the House of Eyes would still stand.
Okay, by that.
I will correct
Didn't even
his
see that front,
mistake.
honestly.
All will suffer, as the House of Eyes has suffered.
The creature is slain. Now, claim its power as your own.
We'll just pull the spider here solo. Somebody's gonna have to stop that. Need a repair, apparently. Bracers are breaking. I think that's bracers, right?
Many deals for a friend of the Grummels. Like you.
Didn't mean to do that. That was the wrong button. Well, the occasional grip from the DK is nice, but that guy actually gripped him out of my death and decay there, so that time wasn't very interesting.
You will not stop me. A single scratch is all it will take.
Actually, not even really that far off.
I will slay you where you stand.
Only gonna be a few minutes over.
Your demise.
Even though this run has gone worse, we've had way less actual deaths, so that's the big difference between this and the 21.
I will slay you where you stand. My blades will rend your flesh. Fear the dagger in the dark.
Greetings.
A single scratch is all it will take. No target has escaped me. Fear the dagger in the dark.
I don't understand what the roots are for, man. It's like this guy doesn't know that you can just stun them? I don't know. What a weird decision making done this week, and I hope that it's just because of the week.
Vengeance will be mine.
Who trespasses upon the house of Blaze? Who seeks that which cannot be controlled?
Okay, let's see if any of you pulse right now. Luckily, 3 range, so. Oh, we have a DK though.
We've been expecting
I got this pack, not my preference. Won the keys over time, but I don't know. It's not gonna be that far over time, to be honest. Just need to be careful with necrotic here.
Heed my call.
Complete mess though, as expected.
Keepers of rot, heed my call.
This is the part that sucks about this room. If you pull all of them at once, he just sits in puddles. If you let him go from one to one, he should be killable before that becomes an issue. And I think it sounds slower, but I think it's faster because this guy healing to full is, you're literally just sitting here single targeting him now, so. Yeah, if we have an actual Necrolord, we should do that.
The mother of plagues comes for you.
Definitely not a waste of time. They need to die regardless. It's just before or after boss is the question. If it wasn't, if we didn't have a Necrolord, I would agree that it's a waste of time trying to drag them down there, but with the Necrolord we can get the buff and then go do the boss. It takes so fucking long to get this red slime down there and people don't even stand in it because they have to move out of the mechanics. Alright, here we go. Last boss.
My final work, my pride, and my doom. You cannot avoid this fate.
That's the wrong button. Yet again. Wow, man. Really playing pretty poorly today. And a late AMS too really makes a bad decision worse.
It cannot be contained.
Never a huge fan of listing here, but it's fine either way. 2 or 3 is fine. I'd rather lust on 3. Because that's when it gets the most hectic. Right now this is just stand still. So we end up wasting a lot of lust too. I think it'd probably be good to like actually use CDs in phase 2, but lust in phase 3. Sogadon's buff when these guys melee you. I assume they do it, right? Oh, maybe not actually. Oh, it's only the actual boss that makes it take more damage or does more damage or whatever. Interesting. Alright, kill the pet. I'm not sure how people can play dotting classes like Affliction Lock, literally turbo cycling with tab key the whole damn time. Oh yeah. It's hard, I guess. I don't know. I only ever played it in like world content and it was difficult there. Putting like 5 dots on 2 targets is quite a lot of micromanagement. I don't think I would ever use the tab button though. I think I would definitely use my mouse. It's more reliable. Slimy consumptive organ. Alright, but with that, we have completed 10 keys. Thank God. What a mess, honestly. It was a very tough week, but we did get it done. I have to say, I'm impressed with not only, you know, the group's resiliences, but actually my resilience too. Like, it's tough for me to feel engaged when the keys are stacked so hard against me, but it was actually fun. We had some really interesting keys, and it wasn't bad. Like, we had some success. Like, it wasn't... We did upgrade some keys. We did get a couple points, so I'm impressed. Sadly, I was really thinking, you know, we had a chance of getting 2,500, but still nowhere near that. I guess next week is also going to be tough, but bolstering explosive next week, so it's definitely going to be the worst possible forward or tyrannical week probably. I don't know of one that could be worse than that, but. What was the success rate? I'm about to add the last key now, so we can take a look at it. Not good, though. We know that much. Half the keys were disbands, I think, at least. Shaman, Healer, Mage, Warlock, and Death Knight. Okay. Okay, that's that. Let's see what the actual... end of the week stats look like. Okay, so first of all, 21 keys entered. That's not a good thing because usually we don't get anywhere near 21. It looks like the average is about 17, maybe about 15 or 16 actually, but yeah, about 17 is probably the average since we started. The frontal targets tanks. Maybe think about facing away from the buff. What are we talking about? Anyway, the success rate, the actual depleted rate was 76% of all keys done. So that's not good, obviously. Only 23% of keys were upgraded. Let's see if there's anything even remotely similar to that. 2 weeks ago, 43%. What was 2 weeks ago again? Spiteful Grievous, right? That was a pretty tough week too. Second boss / wipe / reset. Yeah, I mean, I know how it works. Unfortunately, I didn't do it, and people didn't do it either, so. Sometimes people are going to have to move out of mechanics, and they didn't. But anyway, we had a... we only finished 47% of our keys, which is obviously the worst it's ever been. There was a 60% weekend, a couple 60%, 50% actually. Oh, that's pretty bad too. 7 disbands on week 6. What was week 6? 7 disbands on week 6. Oh, Raging Explosive. Yeah, that was definitely, that makes sense. That was a very hard week. That actually makes sense. The fact that this is still worse, though, is kind of nuts. Any advice you would give for someone new to WoW and wanting to pick up Blood DK for tanking? No, just give it a try. Actually, you know what? I haven't been asked this question in a very long time, but if I had to answer it, the general answer would be don't sit on your CDs. I don't know if you're never tanked before, but usually on yeah, they should have moved, but you should always look to improve. Great tanking for blood on Necro, though. Yep, definitely, like I said, it's 2 mistakes. Unfortunate. Obviously, I didn't mean to make everyone get hit, but there's nothing that can be done about it now. Anyway, the thing about tanking as Blood DK typically is you usually have a lot of differences from other tanks. Like when you play a prot warrior or something like that, you have like a lot of CDs. I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. All I'm trying to say is don't sit on your CDs. If you're coming from another tank, a lot of tanks like sit on their CDs and you just sit there and think like, oh, I'm gonna have shield wall and I'll wait to use shield wall, something like that. But as Blood DK, don't do that because you have such your CDs are so potent and they're so flexible that waiting on your CDs is actually you know, you're wasting a lot of uses of them. And that's okay, yeah, so if you're completely new to WoW and you've never tanked before, then yeah, you don't have too much to worry about there. But this is interesting though. Look at that 100% finish rate on that week 3. That was still, things were still early back then. I'm surprised week 2 it was not the case. I actually remember that week 2 was like people were constantly yeah, constantly, the first like 3 runs of the week were bad. I remember, yeah, the first run of the week was a disband. I remember that. And I remember freaking out. I'm like, why the fuck would you leave the first week, the first key of the week where you could actually get loot? But anyway, that's gonna be it for the week, guys. So anybody have any other questions or anything? Daniel, any other comments? Yeah, that's certainly going to go down as the worst. I don't see how there will be a week worse than that. But yeah, the next 2 weeks are really easy. Or I wouldn't say easy, but at least we know what we're getting with them. Next is Raging. Wait, that's not even this. It's the wrong season. Next is Bolstering Explosive. So, you know, that's not a very easy week, but we know what we're getting with it. Like, it's, you know, very straightforward. Tyrannical Bolstering is not great because it does make it so you can't pull very big, but I think it probably will only be bad to actually like time keys. It won't actually be hard to finish keys. So, and then the final week of the season is one that we actually already had. It was that first week of the preseason there, and that was Busting Storming. So that's actually one of the easier weeks, and that's a very good fortified week. So we really got to hit that one well. I think that's probably the best fortified week. Yeah, it's Inspiring Grievous. That's a hard one. Bolstering Quacking, obviously way harder. Raging Explosive. That was a really, really hard one, yeah. Spiteful Grievous, pretty hard. Yes, this is definitely the easiest fortified week. Literally play the game, period. Lol. Doubt would know anything about CDs. Gotcha. Okay, anyway, well, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. I do have some interesting videos coming, so hopefully you'll stay tuned. But if not, we'll see you Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out this week. It was a rough one, but we got through it.